10 successful actors who clawed their way to the top. Before the red carpets and the Oscar speeches, these 10 actors slept in cars, fought addiction, buried loved ones, and got told no more times than you'd believe. This is the pain behind 10 of the biggest names in Hollywood. Let's count them down. 10. Daniel Radcliffe. He was the boy wizard the whole world watched grow up. But behind the scenes, Daniel Radcliffe was drinking to cope with the pressure of fame he never asked for. Sometimes showing up to set, still feeling the effects. He got sober in his early 20s and rebuilt his career on his own terms. 9. Hugh Jackman. Before Wolverine, Hugh Jackman spent years on stage, getting passed over for role after role. He was already 31, considered too old for a superhero debut, when X-Men finally gave him his shot. 2 decades of clawing came before the claws. 8. Margot Robbie. She moved to LA with barely any savings, working 3 jobs just to stay afloat, and at one point slept in her car between shifts. A few years later, she was an Oscar nominee producing her own films. 7. Mark Wahlberg. As a teenager, Mark Wahlberg did real prison time after a violent assault conviction. He came out with a record and almost no path forward, until a modeling contract, then acting, gave him a second life most people never get. 6. Idris Elba. Long before Luther, Idris Elba was driving a cab and working as a DJ in London just to pay rent between acting gigs. He almost gave it up entirely, right before Hollywood finally called. 5. Viola Davis. Viola Davis grew up in deep poverty in Rhode Island, in apartments with no heat, sometimes going hungry as a child. She's said that pain fueled every performance, all the way to an Oscar, an Emmy, and a Tony. 4. Jason Momoa. Before Aquaman, Jason Momoa was broke, crashing on friends' couches, unsure if acting would ever pay his bills. He kept a surfboard and a dream, and waited over a decade for Hollywood to notice him. 3. Tom Hardy. In his 20s, Tom Hardy was in the grip of addiction so severe, he says he nearly died. He got sober, rebuilt his life from nothing, and turned that darkness into some of the most intense performances on screen. 2. Keanu Reeves. Keanu Reeves has lived through tragedy after tragedy, losing his best friend, his daughter stillborn, and the mother of that daughter in an accident soon after. He kept working, kept showing up, and became known as one of the kindest men in Hollywood. 1. Jamie Foxx. In 2023, Jamie Foxx nearly died from a sudden medical emergency that kept him out of the public eye for months, with fans fearing the worst. He fought his way back and returned to the screen determined to tell his own story on his own terms. 10 different stories, one truth. Behind every famous face is a fight nobody sees. Which one hit you the hardest? Drop it in the comments and subscribe to Pain and Fame for more stories behind the stardom.